What is the golf course out in Pebble Beach?
Yeah.
All right. I believe our Sports Network. Such a time as this, we're getting into the summer, getting really into it. It's hot outside, and things are heating up. I was just talking to Rob just a second ago. We're 66 days away from football, and it seemed like just one yesterday we were in the triple digits. So we're getting closer and closer. This podcast is brought to you by Tap In Putts and Brews. I met them today. They came on board. Alex, the owner and CEO, we did a live shout-out commercial. We think we're going to try to give them the Appalachian State game, but we don't know. They're actually not open yet. It's a real unique place. But we're giving them a game. Probably maybe it's going to be the NC State or Florida State game. But they're right on Lake Hartwell. And so they got a deck out there that overlooks the lake, and it's in a new facility that's got student housing. Dazzling Nails, one of our sponsors, in there. Students live there. They got a parking garage. They got Your Pie Pizza over here. They got a gym over here. So it's kind of a combined thing. And I met him last week. Well, I talked to him on the phone, and they are gutting the place out, putting plumbing in there, and they're building one of these indoor golf things, and they're going to be able to set it up where you're going to be play like the Masters, Pebble Beach. They're going to have all that set up for you. I don't know if you played in one of those places before, Rob, indoor facilities.
I've played in one up here in Charlotte.
Okay.
It's similar to that.
They're going to have a brew. They're going to have a bar in the tap room there, brews. Actually, when I went up and talked to them, Nevada Sierra from the Asheville, Ardent area was down and talking to them. So they're planning on setting up this fall. They came on board. So this is brought to you by them, and we're doing some marketing for them, and we're excited to have them on board. All right. So without any further ado, we have no guest on here. So it's just me and Rob tonight. And we're going to do a little short podcast. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Orange and White golf tournament and gala coming up, which IBO has a team and 4 people. We actually, if anybody out there, if any business owners are watching this and want to sponsor that our golf tournament, we'll promote it for you, and I'll give you the details if you want to get in touch with me. So we're doing that. I'm getting dunked. Wayne mentioned that, and they all laughed and everything. I was like, it's August. I got a bathing suit. I wish today I was in the pool. Somebody would have dunked me.
Yeah,
because I was out there in the southern heat running around all day. And so they're going to dunk me Friday night in a dunk tank, and they're going to raise money for like Dabo's All-In Fund for a good cause. So if you want to come dunk the IBO, man, come out, pay $1, get a softball or whatever.
I'm going to throw my arm out trying to do it.
Huh?
I said I'm going to throw my arm out trying to do it.
But dunk me as much as you want to. So we're excited about the gala coming up in, what is that, about 40 days?
Yep.
So that's pretty close.
The weekend of August 2nd, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And,
You got the tailgate party on Friday, which is free for everybody. Come down, enjoy, meet some people, meet some, I think, former players, whatnot are going to be there. And then Saturday is the gala, and then Sunday, the golf event.
Yeah, we've got Tree Rollins there, Danny Ford, Cliff Ellis. A lot of the football players from the past are going to be there, some basketball players. I've actually become friends with them on Facebook, and I'm trying to, my mind's just gone blank. We got a country music lady that's really good. I've listened to some of her music, and another guy coming down, they're going to play in the gala. We're going to try, I'm pretty 99% sure that I Bleed Orange is going to set up a show that Saturday night. So we'll be at Lakeside Lodge, right over the lake in Seneca. Right as you go over the lake, it's right there. Beautiful, beautiful place. And so they're going to feed us, and there's going to be some dancing and some music, and we're going to have a good old time. Good old time, kind of get you set up before football takes off. So I was talking to Rob, because you want to do a podcast tonight. I said, yeah, we'll do this little short one. It's that time of the year where everything just kind of slows down a little bit, and yet it heats up. And, really have no baseball going on right now, no basketball. There's not a lot of activity. Even NBA basketball's over. I mean, you got in Major League Baseball, but there's not a lot of college sports going on. You're just kind of sitting around waiting. A lot of people on vacation, and it'll be here before we know it. And then once it gets here, we're going to kind of slow down.
We do get the Summer Olympics coming up very shortly.
They've been doing the trials. I haven't had a chance to watch.
Doing all the trials. So. I haven't heard of anybody from Clemson that's maybe
Clemson
being in it, but I don't think Clemson's going to have a representation.
Yeah,
in the
I don't.
Olympics,
When does it start? Actually, like July?
It's coming up soon, very soon. So,
yeah,
it's coming up very soon. But there is some big
soon.
news in the recruiting level of football.
Okay.
A wide receiver classified as 4 stars by ESPN, 4 stars by Rivals, 3 stars by 24/7 has decommitted from Ole Miss, and he did announce that he just received an offer from Clemson. So I believe Clemson could be in the running for that. He is 5'11", 175 pounds, hometown Saraland, Alabama. ESPN has him the number 49 wide receiver, number 19 in Alabama. Rivals has him as a 222 overall, 38 wide receiver, and 13th in Alabama. So highly regarded 2025 receiver. Like I said, has decommitted from Ole Miss and announced an offer from Clemson. So that could be kind of exciting news right there.
Now, I was reading this right before I was reading analysis. A guy named Max Chadwick, his analysis for Pro Football Focus, does his analysis every year on college sports. And he has Clemson actually rated number 1 in the nation as far as linebackers in the nation. And, and they got Sammy Brown in there who they don't have him starting. But I said a year ago when we got him, because if you remember, he was either going to go to Georgia, Alabama, and all of a sudden he decided to go to Clemson. And I'd watched some of his tapes. This guy's an athletic beast. He's, he reminds me of a Brian Bosworth, but not that crazy like Brian was. But he's a beast. He's a physical specimen. He probably not going to be starting right off, but we got Barrett Carter, Wade Woodaz, and Kobe McLeod. Because Strider went at the NFL, so we're looking good on defense. Defense is not skipping a beat. New offensive line coach. Got some new recruits on the offensive line. Got the wide receiver recruits, in the off season. And then we got Cade coming back, who should only get better.
Yep.
And so Garrett Riley, his second year, and offense will get some new recruits, putting that together, getting a little bit more flow and a little bit more confidence in his second year. I'm excited.
Yep.
Excited. And
another also an elite offensive tackle out of Ohio. He's 6'5", 263 pounds, Avon Lake, Ohio. He is rated as a 4-star by ESPN, 4 stars by Rivals, and 4 stars by 24/7. Has announced that Clemson's within his top schools of choice. So we could have an elite offensive line coming out of Ohio for the 2025. That'll be amazing if we can lock him down.
Yeah. That's where the game's won at the front line there. A lot of people don't realize that, but yeah. Not the sexiest position, but it wins football games.
And
you're opening up the holes and you're giving your quarterback time.
Class. My bad. He's not 2025. Okay. He's 2026 class. So correction on that.
So as far as Obsolete Orange, we're growing like crazy. We've hired a couple new people, made some changes. We've got some changes coming forth for the good of Obsolete Orange in the business, and we're just taking this thing to the next level. We're excited about some people I've talked to today and some things happening in the behind the scenes, and so everything's growing. I'm just we're about we're up to 32K on the Facebook group, and I'm on. Like I said, I went to a football game last year, and I had this vision sitting on the 50-yard line. I'm looking around. I said, there are 80-something thousand plus people here, and a lot of these people, that are Clemson fans. I don't know how many Clemson fans, but I'm sure it's in the millions. Whether they went to school here, grew up here, or became a Clemson fan because they like Orange or they like Dabo or whatever.
Absolutely.
There are a few people I met that moved here from out of town that they said, you need to talk to him. He's your go-to guy. I took them to a game and they fell in love with him. So I don't see why we can't get about 40K before kickoff and 100K in a couple of years.
Yeah,
go from there.
Absolutely.
We are the most exciting sports network in the nation. So we got football coming up. We got 66 days and some change, a couple hours, couple minutes, a couple seconds.
And I am
it's really
super excited for this season to get started. I know our defense is going to be great. Offense is still the question mark, but I can't wait. I'm ready to take it to Georgia and put them in their place and send them right back up the street to Athens.
Yeah, anybody that's in town that wants to watch the game in the Clemson Anderson area, we're going to be doing a show down there at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Clemson Marina. It's a great setup. You got Lake Hartwell. You can actually see the stadium, even though they're playing in Georgia, Atlanta. They've got a bar and a grill there. I've eaten there a couple times. We may even do – if we can get the internet figured out and all that works, so they want to get us on a boat, we'll be on a boat doing the show. We'll come back. Show will be done in an hour. Maybe I'll bleed orange by everybody at Mill, so many people, and we'll watch there at the Clemson Marina. So we're doing that on Saturday morning. We're doing the Vape Nation the night before. And so we're excited. It's getting close.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Anything else?
I'm excited about this season. We're not going to play. If I remember correctly, we're not going to be playing North Carolina Tar Heels. We're not going to be playing Duke.
I know, Zach. We're looking at games. These guys want to pick a game, and we're not playing North Carolina. NC State will be at.
Yeah, but we are. What is it? We're playing Stanford for the first time. I believe we got SMU on the schedule for the first time, so it's going to be interesting.
SMU? Are you sure we're playing that?
I believe so. Let me recheck that.
I know we're playing Stanford.
So we got Georgia on August 31st. Then we have App State at home, which that's going to be a good game right there to watch. I mean,
yeah, that is an 8:00 game.
We need to.
By the way, we're looking.
Stadium.
I wanted the Brew guy to come on board. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying we just need to pack that stadium for the App State game. And
that's an 8:00 game.
Yep. And then you got North Carolina State right after that at home, and we have Stanford at home.
Yeah.
Then we go to Florida State, Wake Forest, and then we got Virginia, Louisville at home, and then we go on the road again to Virginia Tech, Pittsburgh, and then the Citadel in South Carolina. So you are correct. We do not play SMU. I thought we had SMU on the schedule, but we're just playing Stanford, which is the newest.
I guarantee you this: we'll be flying somewhere out west next year. I don't like that arrangement, but it is.
Well, I mean, Stanford's coming to us first.
So
be the first time Stanford, I believe, has ever played in Death Valley.
Yeah.
And the real Death Valley. And so we need to pack that stadium for that game and give them a nice, good Tiger welcome.
Yeah. So you hear me all right? The internet was kind of
I got you. You're everything's good and clear. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun to see Stanford. I mean, yeah, it's gonna, it's not gonna be fun to go from East Coast to West Coast for a home game or for their home game, but look at how we traveled to San Francisco for
East
the
Coast,
national
West
championship
Coast
game. So we traveled well there. I know a lot of Tiger faithful is gonna want an opportunity to go watch a game in Stanford. So I think that'll be fun to do.
Hello.
You there? I think you froze up on me. You still there? JJ. I think you froze up on me. Anyways, in other news, if anybody is wanting to keep up with Brent Venables, he did sign a new contract for 6 years, extended contract. I don't know the amount of money he got, but he did extend the contract for 6 more years. So if you are expecting Brent Venables to come back, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. I'd love to have that man back. I just watching him on the sidelines was just absolutely exciting to watch. Here we go. $51.6 million contract deal, extended 6 more years, $8.5 million annually. So 51.6 for 6 years, 8.5 annually. So unfortunately, we will not be getting him back. Not that I don't like our current defensive coordinator. I think he's doing a great job. But it's Brent Venables. Who wouldn't want that man back? So I think we lost JJ. I'm going to give it a few more minutes here to see if he returns and see what happens there. But I'm excited for this upcoming season. We will be on the road in a sense for a neutral site, aka Atlanta, which is not really a neutral site in my opinion against Georgia, but it is what it is. But I'm ready to go down there and basically just donkey punch Georgia right in the face at that number 1 spot. I believe they're going to be, and come back and get up in the rankings, come out, beat App State at home. And, I believe we could have an undefeated season. There's not a real team on that roster that I don't think we can beat, or that we can't beat. So we'll see what happens. I'm not worried about defense. Offense is going to have to show something. But, against the bowl game, I thought they showed a lot of potential, a lot of improvement. Offensive line's gotten better. Spring game, it's hard to judge on that because none of the starters are together. So you got some on that side, some on this side. So, I'd love to see the true starting offense versus the true starting defense, and let's see what happens there. But we're still trying to see if we can get JJ back in. Apologize for the technical difficulties. But I'll keep talking about stuff and sports and whatnot. Let's see what else is in the news here, just to keep everybody up. 10 most important Tigers, Sammy Brown. I mean, I'm excited about that kid. I mean, I think he is Ben Boulware 2.0. Tons of potential. It was sad to see Trotter leave, but you know what? Hey, all more power to him. Good for him. But I'm excited about Sammy Brown. I think he's gonna. I mean, he even kind of looks like Ben Boulware, but with the mullet. put a mullet on Ben Boulware, and I think you got Sammy Brown. But yeah, I think he's gonna be Ben Boulware 2.0, and I'm excited. I cannot wait to see those guys in action. The baseball team was really amazing this year. I'm so happy and excited for that. So I can't wait for next year's season. I'm really excited with this new coach we have. Hey, love him, hate him, Brad Brownell. Love him, hate him. He got us to the Elite Eight. Yeah. What are you going to do? So it is what it is, but he did get us to the Elite Eight, and excited for this upcoming season. He brought in some transfers. I think is going to be huge. We obviously lost some good players due to the draft and whatever. Some I think went into the portal. I believe I cannot think of the guy's name right now, but hey, I'm excited. Basketball's looking good. Baseball's looking good. Girls softball's going good. And I think that's, what we're looking at. So good deal there. I think Josh is not going to be able to get back in. So let's go ahead and end this podcast for the night.